Guess who's back? Back again. Hi, hello, and welcome. My name is Shelly Fernandez, and this is my YouTube channel where I sew thing. First actual video of the year. Hey! Okay. Today, of course, we're going to be making a dress. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about the details, the deets, and then we're going to get into actually making it. Okay, for the design of this dress, we're gonna go with this design. This was not the original dress I was wanting to make. I wanted to make like a watered down version of this because one, I don't have enough fabric, and that's mostly it. There's no other reasons. I just don't have enough fabric. I added on to the design. I was like, okay, let me add to the collection I'm trying to do. I feel like it's very, I don't know, Victorian? I don't know if that's the word. I think the last time I went to the thrift store, I got these curtains. Yeah, they were green and it had lace and it like curved in. It was just really cute, and I was like, I could do something with this. This is what I want to use for the main bodice. And then we have this lace that it came with that is really pretty that I want to use for the gathering for the neck and the puff sleeves and then the skirt. In my head, I have enough fabric. We'll see the more I get into this. And then literally like 2 seconds ago, I made the draft mock-up. Not really mock-up. I draped, that's the word. I draped the pattern piece onto this mannequin so I can get started with making the mock-up and getting that ready to work with. I only draped the bottom part of it. The top part, I'm gonna wait to do that when I have this kind of already constructed and ready to go. I marked where the waistline is and then also where I want the actual corset to end. So I don't want the whole thing to be a corset. I kind of just want support at the top so there is support. And then the rest, I don't want boning because I don't want it to be too structured, or I don't know, not structured, like too stiff. Okay, so we have quite a ways to go to even get to the end product, but we'll get there. I do want to finish this in like a week or two because I want to make a Valentine's Day dress, and if I want to make a Valentine's Day dress, I need to finish this before February even starts so I can start making a Valentine's dress. Let's just get into making this dress. Yeah. Okay, I have the pattern pieces all done and ready to be cut. For the lining, I have to use this bed sheet that is like completely ripped in the middle. Don't worry, I'm not using a fresh bed sheet. This is gonna be on the inside. No one's really gonna see it unless you're the person wearing it, so we're good. I have to cut these out of this, but then I have to cut these out of this again, so I have to cut them out twice. One of them is without interfacing, the other one is with interfacing. Interfacing gives me a bit of structure. The second cut out of this is just gonna give so I can make boning channels. Okay, let's start cutting everything out. Okay, I didn't realize how low it is. I just cut out all the interfacing and we're gonna cut out another batch of this white fabric. More work. So now that we have the interfacing pattern piece and then like the non-interfacing pattern piece ready to be used, no, stop. We're gonna go ahead and sew everything up and basically have 2 different bodices. Let's get started. now that the two bodices are ready to go, we're gonna add boning and structure. So now I have to sew them together and then add the boning channels where all the seams are. The boning, I don't want it to go the whole way down. I have to mark how far I want it to go because then I have to like sew a line, but I want it to go like a little bit below the waist. I fear my sewing and my ironing ate because why do the lines look so crisp and the ironing looks so good on both of them? Ooh, I love when my projects turn out so nice and neat, especially in the beginning. That's how I know this is going to be a good project. Now that we have the structure of the dress ready to go, we're gonna move on to the top. I already made the patterns and everything for the top. We have to cut out 4 of each pattern piece. We're basically gonna do the same thing what we did with this, 2 different tops and then put them together. One is gonna have interfacing, one is not gonna have interfacing. Let's go do that. Okay, so now that we have the lining from the top and the bottom done and ready to go, we can finally start actually assembling everything up and actually getting this dress to how I want it to be. I'm trying to think if I want to start with the top or the bottom first. I know I'm gonna have to do some hand sewing. Oh wait, before I want to do anything, I want to make padding for the bra cups. So let's do that first, and then I think I should just start like assembling everything because I have to cut out the fabric pieces again and then sew it all together and then do the same with the top. Let's go do that. We're gonna switch angles. Wasn't that so cool? Okay, let's actually get started. Okay, I just tried like making my own bra cup and I realized I would have to re-pattern and actually make like a pattern and cut it out. And I don't want to do that. That's so much work. So instead, I remember that I made a project that had bra cups that I had to like make padding out of like with the pattern piece. So I rummaged through all my patterns and I'm just gonna use this and then like adjust it if I need to. Okay, let's go cut this out. Okay, this is what I have right now for the top. Got some issues. It's not really coming out the way I want it to be, but also I could try taking it off the mannequin and then like pinning it myself. Fabric is like so fragile. Like there's already a hole up here and there's a hole right here from like me pinning it. I'm like, bro. So I might have to redo this, and if I do redo this, it's gonna be off camera. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the bottom for this just so I have it. I figured it out. The other day I made that with the fabric that I had. It just is not good. Fabric is very fragile. I feel like I already said this. Anyways, I figured out a better way to do this was to add a better sturdier piece of fabric on top of it. It wouldn't be so flimsy and like lose its shape of the pattern piece. I have to cut each individual fabric, and then I have to individually hand stitch around so the fabrics stay together and don't fall apart. This is a lot more time consuming, but I feel like this is the only way I can really do it that is going to give the result I want to give. Love. We're gonna okay. We need to get to it. Start going. I'm wearing different shirts because I've been filming this throughout the days, not all in one day. I cut and hand stitch all the pattern pieces together, and this is what we have, and it's a lot sturdier than whatever I had the other day. I assembled the top. This is what she looks like, not as flimsy. It's actually holding its shape. We can put her over here. I have to assemble all this together so then I can actually start adding the details to the dress. So we should probably get doing that. Okay, so here we are, top done, bottom done. What's next? I have to add the gathering at the top, the puff sleeves, and then also the skirt. I also don't know if I have enough for puff sleeves, which is like, I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't have enough. Maybe I could just add like, would that be tea? Yes or no? But it's all in the fact that if I have enough fabric or not. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna work on is gathering up the top with this fabric. So let's start doing that. Okay, this is what we have. My favorite part of sewing is when I get to the close to the end, when everything actually starts coming together and you're like, oh, my vision is coming to life. Okay, I have this all done. I went and machine stitched the bottom and then the sleeves just to enforce it so it's not held by hand stitching. The top is still hand stitched because I have to adjust one of the sides, like it's super low down and I need to adjust it, but I kind of just want to move on to the next thing and I'll worry about that later. The next thing I want to do is probably the sleeves, just the puff sleeves. I had this extra fabric that I still have and I think I'm going to try to use this, and some of it is already gathered up. I might have to make more of this to add to the other side because I don't know if this is going to be enough for both the sides, but luckily I have more than enough fabric. Enough talking, let's get started. Okay, so we have the sleeves on. I was trying to test out how I kind of would want it on this side, but this is how it looks like, just like normal. I may have made it a bit too long because I want the ruffle, this like ruffle right here, to be showing, but I still want it to be like puffy, you know? So yeah, that's something else I'm gonna put aside to work on later. The top is kind of like basically assembled and done. We're gonna work on adding the skirt to the bottom of the dress. Actually, no. That's what we're not gonna do. I actually want to assemble the lining first, like get these two things sewn together, and then I kind of want to put it on myself to see where everything sits, and then to see if this isn't too long and if I want to shorten it or not, because I don't want to give this too long and it be super awkward whenever the skirt is on. Let's go do this and do whatever I just said. Okay, we got the goods done and ready. I sewed the two linings together. We're getting to the end. We're getting to where I want to be. But we have to do the last few things. Adding this skirt, I think I'm gonna add the skirt to this, and then I have to attach the top and the bottom together. But first, we're gonna gather up this fabric and then sew it onto this skirt. I guess we'll see where we go from there. I did trim the lining because I thought it was gonna be too long. I made sure it wasn't gonna be too short. I just thought it was gonna be too long to where it was like an awkward length to have also a skirt on top, if that makes sense. Let's get to gathering this up. Here we are. Finally, after hours and hours of sewing and pinning and sewing and hand sewing. Oh, why am I saying like I'm done? I still have to sew. But I have the structure all done and ready to be sewn together with the main part of the dress. Okay, we have a few last things I need to do, but I think I'm gonna do it off cameras because it's just small things. I basically have to attach the main dress to the structure lining. I have to attach at the bottom, at the neckline, and at the sleeves. In the back, I have to add the zipper. The only zipper I have that I got was a black zipper, which I might just have to like deal with. This is all I got, and I don't really want to buy a new one if I already have this. After attaching the zipper, I don't know, I might adjust some things like the sleeves, the frill, and the neck. But for now, we're gonna transition to the final result. Moving on. Final result. Am I serving face? Am I? I love this dress. It came out so nice. This is the final reveal of this dress. As you just saw, I really like it. I really like how it came out. Like everything came out really well. Conclusion for this video. for the conclusion of this video, I really like this dress. I'm really proud of myself for doing this dress. This fabric was so annoying to work with. Like, I feel like it's like falling apart right now, like pulling apart because of how fragile it is. But design wise and construction wise, top tier. I did my ish. Let's get into the things I like about this dress. I like a lot about this dress. I like the way I made it. The lining construction came out literally perfect. The only thing I would say in the lining, the cut part, I did it wrong. I should have waited to put the boning for it after I actually sewed the two parts together. It's fine, I know for next time. The gathering in the top I did. I really like the neckline I did with the frill, the puff sleeves. Hello, the puff sleeves are puff sleeving. I really like the structured corset the whole way to the body, and then like the skirt at the very bottom. You can't really see it. Like this eats up. This whole thing eats. I'm proud of myself. I ate this up. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. So let's get into what I don't like about this dress. I feel like it's not like design wise I don't like. One, I should have made the neck tighter so it would actually stay up more. I'm like having to like push it up to stay up more, and then it like swaps down like that. I don't like that. I like it when it's up like that. I don't like the fabric. I already said that. We're not gonna get into that. I should have added the zipper before closing all of the seams up, but I didn't. So the zipper at the bottom, it's not terrible, but like I know I could have done better, you know. It is a bit tight at the armpits. Other than that, she's perfect. She's good. I feel like it's just giving very Victorian. I really like it. Let me know what you guys think. Do we love? You guys better like it because I like it. Yeah, I think that's everything for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, you should check out all my other videos of me making all my other dresses. And make sure you like, subscribe, check out all my social medias. I post other content on there. I'm trying to post consistently on YouTube. What can I say? It's hard. Thank you for watching. Bye. Sir, for the one time.